Hi everyone and welcome to NJPW Extra. Chris Charlton, Kevin Kelly. We're on the road to the New Japan Cup Finals, Osaka-jo Hall this weekend, live in English on NJPWWorld.com. And you speak about trophies, Kevin. Look at this one between us.
Amazing trophy, celebrating the IWGP Heavyweight Champions throughout the years.
Exactly, from the first right the way up to 55 or so, Satoshi Kojima.
Well, another New Japan Cup tournament winner is going to be crowned this weekend. This museum is chock full of history, and there are so many trophies, so many belts, so many moments captured in photography and video over the 50 years of New Japan.
Exactly, so from the past to the present, let's look at what's happening around the world in New Japan Pro Wrestling this week. In Japan this week, after a series of events this past weekend, now available on demand in English on NJPWWorld.com, we are down to our final four in the New Japan Cup, with action coming up Saturday and Sunday live and in English from Osaka-jo Hall on NJPW World. The week had started with plenty of talking points, including Kazuchika Okada showing a champion's strength against Taichi, and Hiromu Takahashi showing an unbelievable will to win against Minoru Suzuki in a New Japan Cup match unlike any other. But taking the lead in the headlines was the fracture within Bullet Club, with talk of choices in different directions surrounding Tama Tonga's second round match against Evil. The good bad guys seemed to have the match in control and struck the King of Darkness with a gun stun before the referee was pulled out of position by Dick Togo. There seemed to be hope for Tama Tonga when El Phantasmo and Taiji Ishimori chased off House of Torture, but the fix was in, and sudden death struck. Even Bad Luck Fale, who's been with Tama Tonga since day one in New Japan Pro Wrestling, joined in the expulsion of the Gorillas of Destiny. And perhaps most shocking of all, after a 33-year brotherhood, Gedo blasting Jado with a set of brass knucks. Now, whatever the odds, Gorillas of Destiny hunger for one thing, and that's revenge. NJPW Strong saw more great action from the Rivals Tour. The Stray Dog Army were in six-man action to kick off as Mysterioso, Barrett Brown, and Bateman took on Keita Murray, DKC, and Fred Yehai. After Keita frustrated Brown early, the Stray Dog Army took control over Keita, Yehai, and the DKC until the DK Fire helped bring the heat and bring the Savage Weight Yehai back inside. In the end, Yehai would hook Brown with a Fisherman Suplex for the victory. Two of America's best junior heavyweights locked up when Chris Bay took on the returning Blake Christian. Christian would have the advantage early, but when he looked for a flip off the apron, he missed the contact, and the Ultimate Finesser struck with a shotgun dropkick on the floor. Chris Bay would work over Christian's back and weakened All Heart Blade Christian, but the art of finesse did not connect, countered into a Spanish fly and then a springboard 450 that got two for Christian. In the end though, as Blake went for a quebrada, Bay landed a perfectly timed cutter to get the 3 count. In the main event, Buddy Matthews made his return to New Japan competition for the first time since San Jose last November as he faced Ren Narita. Matthews would learn fast not to take Ren too lightly, and Narita had full control until an unforced error saw a DDT. Narita would withstand some stiff soccer kicks before slapping the taste out of Buddy's mouth and hitting a half hatch for 2. Narita would go hold for hold and blow for blow with Matthews, and incredibly kicked out of a massive curb stomp after 2 powerbombs. But in the end, a big knee would set up Matthews to plant Narita centering and get a very, very hard fought 3 count off the LA Dojo representative. And we're turning a corner into a massive April for New Japan Pro Wrestling in the US. Starting April 1st in Dallas as Lone Star's Shootout comes to WrestleCon. Killer Cross making his debut for New Japan Pro Wrestling opposite Minoru Suzuki in a hotly anticipated featured matchup. Mutiny will come to the Vermont Hollywood on April the 10th with a stacked card to be announced. And in the midst of incredible demand, more tickets have opened up for April 16th and Windy City Riot in Chicago, along with news of an epic first match announced. Yes, after jabs back and forth in backstage comments and on social media, Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley one-on-one confirmed for Windy City Riot. You do not want to miss this event live and in person if you can. Head to njpw1972.com for more information.
Well, Kevin, this weekend it's all about the trophy. But sometimes it's not just about trophies in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but personal vendettas, right?
There has been so many personal rivalries that have taken center stage in New Japan over the 50-year history. They're documented here in this wonderful museum, including this rare gem. Take a look at this. This is Rocky Romero after he was unmasked as Black Tiger by Tiger Mask. You could see how young and vibrant Rocky was back then, and that fighting spirit is percolating all through our free match this week.
Exactly. Rocky Romero having those deep ties with the real Black Tiger in Team Filthy, and that's our free match this week. It's from the Vermont Hollywood, and Rocky Romero, Fred Rosser, and Taylor Rust try to get their hands on Team Filthy, Black Tiger included. That's coming up right now.
Well, think about this. If Taylor Rust can turn his back on Team Filthy, can't he do the same to Team Strong here? Turn his back on Rocky again? How can you trust this man?
I don't know. And again, I think there's three separate agendas in this red corner. I don't see how they can cohesively come together as a team to defeat Team Filthy, but we'll see what happens. Black Tiger, give me a break. And Rocky starts right away with a jumping knee strike. And it might be time to put this embodiment of Black Tiger, the soul, the spirit of the legend of Black Tiger that Rocky was a part of.
Oh!
Yes, sir. There's a quick answer. And Taylor Rust sticking out his hand. He wants to get tagged in, but it'll be Fred Rosser that goes next. And again, letting all of Team Filthy have it. Watch out, Fred Rosser is a man on a mission going after Lawler. There goes Rocky. Rocky on Black Tiger. Taylor Rust getting a hold of Jarrell Nelson. It's a wild slugfest here in our main event.
All six men are battling it out on the outside. All have scores to settle.
Royce Isaacs in street clothes.
One.
I guess you could call that street clothes.
Two.
Not sure what street he lives on.
3. Oh.
Madison.
Rosser getting a hold of Black Tiger. Oh! Leg drop there. Here's a cover, kick out at 1. You know, and again, you see people and you throughout time in the industry, and you get a feel for who they might be. I have no idea who this might be under this mask, but
It's Black Tiger.
yeah, I know it's Black Tiger, but who's the man wearing the mask?
Maybe one day we'll find out when he's ready to retire.
I'll tell you what, you know who knows it is Rocky. Rocky knows who's wearing this mask.
You think he knows, or you think he's suspecting who he might be?
I think I got a feeling he knows.
Forever clotheslines, you know, and every time I was tagging with him and we're taking turns, he would never let me get my turn in.
No, and you always got bent out of shape about it. Swing and a miss. And then you two would almost fight, and then you'd hug it out. Rocky mixing it in. By the way, Bushi, here's a no.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, wait a minute, now Jarrell Nelson coming in. Bang! Out you go. Watch out for Black Tiger coming in.
Oh.
And the clothesline puts him down. And here comes Tom Lawler, first going after Taylor Rust, and then Fred Rosser as well. And now Team Filthy looking to isolate Rocky Romero here.
Take a picture, please. Get your phones ready. What a sight.
Get Isaacs out of the ring. What the hell is this?
I think this picture is going to be worth a lot of money one day. And they're just ganging up on Rocky Romero in the middle of that ring. And that is Team Filthy style.
And earlier in the hour, we heard a lot of Jorel Nelson as he was at ringside, while Royce Isaacs got the victory over the game and gutty Lucas Riley. And Nelson capitalizes, slings Rocky back into the blue corner, back into Filthy Land, Filthyville.
I like that. And he just tagged the strongest of the strong, Tom Lawler. Charisma just oozes out of him.
Cocky, arrogant, brash, and braggadocious. But like I said, you give the devil his due. There's nobody better and strong than Filthy Tom Lawler. You think you're better than him? Beat him.
Beat him. That's something that nobody has been able to do in singles competition. It's
Exactly.
almost hard to imagine.
Fred Rosser is imploring Rocky to get over here.
Well, it's easier said than done.
Unfortunately, the short fuse of Fred Rosser now gives Black Tiger the opportunity to stomp away.
Finally, you're able to recognize him as who he is.
Well, I don't know who he is,
5 minutes.
but I know that he is an imposter
Why is he an imposter?
because Rocky is part of the very small club of men who have worn the Black Tiger mask, okay? And trust me when I say that if there was somebody who handed it down, oh, what the hell is this?
Yeah, filthy animals. Okay, so what? He sits on the board of directors of
Yeah,
Black Tigers, and they decide
I think
what
they
the
do.
next one is.
I think that's probably an accurate statement.
Maybe Rocky has been left out of the meeting.
Now, all of a sudden, Filthy Tom Lawler finds somebody to wear the Black Tiger mask to go after Rocky Romero. Wait a minute, now Lawler sent to the ropes.
Oh!
Went for the Hurricane Rana, but nobody home. And now Lawler is going to put does he step over for the single leg?
Look at the pressure he's putting with his forearm on the ankle of Rocky. Rocky was trying to go for the reverse kick, but Tom Lawler had him scout, let go of the leg.
Right, Rocky will intentionally miss the enziguri to come back with the rewind kick, but Lawler knew it. His wrestling acumen speaks for itself. That's the reason why he's a strong openweight champion. He runs into the forearm of Romero. And now Rocky's second rope. Oh! Swing DDT and got him. Lawler was trying to push out of it. And now Rocky and the tag. Taylor Russ gets the tag. And this is exactly what the former member of Team Filthy wants in his return to New Japan Strong.
And why did Taylor Russ do what he did? Why did he turn his back on the men that welcomed him into the family, into Team Filthy?
This is somebody, Taylor Russ, that you've known for a long, long time.
Yes, I gave him his second match, and I never liked him then.
You called it Taylor distrust.
Well, how can you? Everybody has a problem with TJP turning his back on Daily Dojo. Look at Taylor Russ.
Wait a minute now. I see your point. Taylor Russ had been fighting in anonymity for many, many years. Filthy Tom Lawler gives him a break, brings him into the fold. And then, of course, he gets opportunities because of the rub from Filthy Tom Lawler to go compete elsewhere.
What a spinning forearm. Blocks the kick.
Takes him over. And just like that, Filthy Tom Lawler slows down some of the aggression, drags Taylor Russ back into the center. And now Jorel Nelson tagged in. Fred Rosser in his notorious short fuse cannot stay out of the ring. He gets caught for it. Oh! Power bomb by by Jorel Nelson. Taylor Rust is down and almost gets beaten in the center of the ring. You know, it's one thing to say you want to challenge Filthy Tom Lawler for the strong openweight title. It's another to earn it.
That's right.
And if you get beat here in a tag team situation, I think your name might move further down the list. It looks like Russ Taylor's got a little bit of wound on his nose. I'm not quite sure. Misses. And now Rosser coming in without benefit of a tag on Jorel Nelson. This brings Lawler in. Hold on a second now. It certainly isn't over between Rosser and Lawler. The bald head of Fred Rosser says it all.
Lawler attempting the rear naked chokehold, but Rosser able to arm drag him over the shoulder. And now he comes face to face with Taylor Distrust.
Yeah, Taylor Rust and Rosser.
Oh, come on, referee. Let's get some control of this match.
What,
this is illegal.
You don't like ping pong?
I do. It's quite fun, but I don't want it to be at the expense of Tom Lawler.
Hang on now. Jorel Nelson shoving the two partners together. And now Filthy Tom Lawler looking to take advantage.
Oh.
Hard attack right there.
Beautiful tag team work.
And now stepping over full Boston Crab.
Oh my goodness!
Knee drop in the back of the head. That brings Romero in. Rocky now letting it fly.
Man, oh man.
Ducks a pair. Up. Hey, takes them both over with a Rana. Yes, sir. Uh-oh, watch out.
Oh!
10 minutes.
Hard kick by Black Tiger. Reverse kick, catches.
Yes, sir.
How about that choke? But Rocky fights out with the knee to the forehead.
And another Hurricane Rana. This one takes Black Tiger over. Rocky, Rocky, Rocky!
Oh!
Tope! Suicida! Body's on the floor. Wait a second now. Jorel Nelson with an idea in mind. Now Jorel Nelson with an idea in mind.
Oh.
Wait a second. Taylor Rust derails the dive attempt by Jorel Nelson.
Oh! Jumping Enziguri from behind.
Uh-oh. Now looking to sink that choke in on a former member of Team Filthy.
Oh,
He did that to Lawler upon his return. Wait a minute now. There goes Rosser sending him flying over the top rope. It's wild in this main event.
connects!
And there's your winner. Taylor Rust gets the victory over Team Filthy.
Chris, I wanted you to see all of these great manga caricatures of New Japan stars. Amazing artwork.
Amazing artist by Nagatoshi Sakai, a legendary artist, has done so much of the poster work for New Japan Pro Wrestling over the years. We can see all of these figures. I'm surprised you're not on here. I mean, you look like a cartoon character.
How dare you?
So, well, I mean, to be honest, last week you said I needed to wear a mask.
Yeah, fans have asked. Listen, you think I'm a character?
I think you are a character. I think you're a maroon. Quite frankly, Kevin Kelly.
How dare you?
You were late there a couple of weeks ago. I'm furious.
All right, well, relax.
No, I will not relax.
We've got the New Japan Cup Finals this weekend, and we'll be back with more here from the museum. The NJPW-ism next week.
Yeah, well, no, I've had enough of it. I'll work with you at the New Japan Cup Finals in Osaka Joe Hall.
Okay.
But after that, we need to settle this.
You want to settle it?
Let's settle this. Chris Charlton, Kevin Kelly, one-on-one. I'll see you in that ring next week.
What?